It is Sunday. You know what that means. WWE Off The Script number 23, part number 3 for your Sunday morning, week ending July 27th, 2014. Daniel Bryan, what a year this man had. He makes a burglar tap out. I got the full exclusive details you will not hear anywhere else on YouTube.com. I also got news on Cesaro and what the WWE has planned for a former Paul Heyman guy. All this and more on WWE Off The Script number 23, part number 3. Hand me my cold beverage. Hit my fucking music. And let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Time to find out who I am. Looking back to see where I stand. Evolution.
What's going on, guys? JD here, Off The Script, your final part for the week ending July 27th, 2014. Big news on Daniel Bryan at Comic-Con in San Diego this weekend, describing his turmoil and his struggle with a burglar and what he found when he got home with his wife, Brie Bella, and their dog, Josie. I got exclusive details. Everything that Daniel Bryan went over about this situation you will find here first on WWE Off The Script. No one else on YouTube is going to cover this story like I am. I'm going to give you the full details in just a little bit. But you guys know what I got to do. You guys know what I got to do, man. Off The Script number 2 and number 1. All right, if you guys missed the 2 previous parts, links are down below in that description. Go and check them out. John Cena potentially leaving the WWE for Hollywood, California. And I got news on CM Punk and WWE potentially filing lawsuits against a.k.a. Phil Brooks, CM Punk. All right, so go check that out if you guys did indeed miss that. And as always, Chairshot Reality at WrestleZone.com. My boys over there, LeBar Eisenberg and Ghoulish, they're talking about better than this or better than that. Justin and Sam go over the week's top stories in WWE. And for Saturday's show yesterday, they actually talk about Rusev and Lana. Did they go too far with the whole gimmick? They talk about that, so go check them out. Show them some love. Chairshot Reality at WrestleZone.com. Link to their homepage is down below. Go over there, tell them JD from NY sent you, and show those guys some love, all right? Now, part 3, guys. Daniel Bryan, all right? Daniel Bryan gets home. I don't know. I don't know. I watched Total Divas. I watched Total Divas Season 1 and Season 2. I know Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella were living in San Diego for a little bit. I don't know if they have a home in San Diego currently still after they got married. I'm assuming since Daniel Bryan was talking about it at Comic-Con, so I'm assuming that they're still living there. But Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, regardless, coming home after a long day, they see their door open, and they realize that they're being robbed. There's 2 burglars in the house. This is unbelievable. Daniel Bryan makes the fucking burglar tap out. There was 2 burglars in total. One of them got away. One of them he subdued, even in his current condition. Unbelievable. The fucking turmoil Daniel Bryan went through this year, with losing his father, winning the WWE Championship, getting married, having to give up that WWE title, and forfeiting it due to injury, and now him making appearances for the WWE at Comic-Con, only to come home to realize that he's being robbed. Unbelievable. Here's the full scoop, guys. Brie Bella was there with Daniel Bryan, obviously as they were being robbed, and she held their dog, Josie. He said the guy wasn't in great shape. This is all Daniel Bryan, okay? The guy wasn't in great shape. He just took him down and subdued him. Guy kept saying, I'm sorry, until the cops eventually came. Bryan said it took 0 effort to take him down. It took 0 effort to put the rear naked choke on the burglar. He said the burglar was very tired. Okay, Bryan admitted that maybe doing it was a bad move because you never know what danger you could be in, but they're fortunate that they are fine. Okay, Bryan was an emotional wreck when talking about an item his dad gave him at his wedding that was stolen, but they were able to retrieve it. He was in near tears because his dad passed away only a few months ago. Brie said she was home all day doing work in the background because the house was new. They moved there about 10 days earlier. She said she left their dog Josie at the house while she picked him up at the airport on Thursday, so they were worried about Josie. Josie was not harmed, okay? Bryan mentioned he didn't think the guy was a wrestling fan. He talked about his crazy Thursday where he was at the Comic-Con, met Sting, and announced his autobiography. He said a doctor told him he will probably need a second surgery. And Bryan said right now that he's got about half the strength in his right arm as his left arm right now. So I got a new story on that following this report about the burglary in his home. They were supposed to put security alarms in on Wednesday, but he was busy with physical therapy sessions, and then this happened on Thursday. Bryan didn't get a good look at the second guy, which was the one that got away. One of their neighbors saw them. And finally, Bryan said that he chased the guy about 400 meters, but the guy got tired, and that's why he was able to grab him. Now, as far as Daniel Bryan's injury goes, you guys heard me say that Bryan said the doctors probably said he will need a second surgery. Daniel Bryan gave an update on his health during the press conference at the San Diego Comic-Con, discussing his attempted burglary in his home. Bryan talked about the crazy day he had. He was at the Comic-Con and then announced his book. And then he was told that he needed another surgery before flying home and seeing the burglary in process. Bryan said the original surgery was for compression of the ulnar nerve in his neck. U-L-N-A-R, in his neck. Ulnar, whatever. Ulnar nerve in his neck. That is between the C6 and C7 vertebrae. He also has bone spurs in his spinal cord. Doctors did not realize that the nerve was also compressed in his right elbow, and now he has about half the strength in his right arm than he does in his left. That does not sound good at all. There is no word on how long he will be out, but he said the recent news would extend his recovery time. Unbelievable story with Daniel Bryan. I feel bad for the guy. I genuinely love Daniel Bryan. All right, we went all through the struggle with him winning the WWE Championship, fighting off the Authority, finally getting that moment. We all breathed a sigh of relief when it actually happened. Okay, that's the kind of guy Daniel Bryan is. You can tell he's a genuine good guy. He gets married following his championship win. Guys fucking living the life. Nobody is better than Daniel Bryan in this world right now. Getting married to a beautiful woman, winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Nobody could touch him. Father passes away. He's going to miss a couple episodes of Monday Night Raw. They write him out of the script. Then he comes back and says that he needs surgery and he has to give up the belt. He eventually gives up the belt. He's at Comic-Con, gets surgery. Before that, he's at Comic-Con, and he's being robbed. I really don't believe this, and now they say he needs a second surgery. I just want Daniel Bryan to be okay. I'm very fortunate, very happy that he came out of this okay, that nobody was harmed, that Brie wasn't harmed, Daniel wasn't harmed, the dog wasn't harmed. I'm glad that he retrieved the item that was stolen from his house that his father gave him. Obviously, that brought Daniel Bryan to tears. I just hope Daniel Bryan, stays away from all WWE activity. Well, whether that's on Monday Night Raw, being on Monday Night Raw, making appearances. I want him to get better. I want him to be 100%. I want him to give us all of himself if he's going to remain in the wrestling business. I want to see him back in the ring. I want to see him succeed. I want to see him become one of the best of all time. That's my perception of Daniel Bryan. I'm just glad everything's all right, and everybody listening to me and listening to Part 3 of Off the Script, I hope you guys think the same. His health is important, number one. Nothing the WWE has going on with Daniel Bryan right now is important as this. His health is number one. I'm just glad that he's okay following this burglary. I just don't believe the roller coaster ride this young kid has been on. He's about my age, so you got to feel sorry for him. You got to feel bad. You got to sympathize with him. I'm just glad he's all right. Daniel Bryan taking down a burglar in his home. One guy got away. Made him tap out. That's great. Daniel Bryan's got some balls, though, to actually attempt something like this, being injured, and who knows if he had a weapon or not. So I'm just fortunate, and he should be fortunate, that they are okay and nobody was harmed in this situation. So that is the story there on Daniel Bryan. News on Cesaro. I know the last week here on Off the Script that WWE was still planning a babyface push for Cesaro, but that is on hold until they need it. Okay, it appears after this week's WWE events that they may be going in a different direction with Cesaro's push. Regarding Cesaro as a babyface, he was planned for a significant push at the end of the summer, but the decision was made even before Daniel Bryan went down with an injury that the big babyface would be put on, the big babyface focus would be put on getting Roman Reigns to the top. Now, this story doesn't really explain what's going on there. I know Cesaro and Ambrose had a hell of a match, which I actually watched as it happened on WWE SmackDown this Friday. But there's no rush here. You know, I would rather the WWE push Cesaro than Reigns. I don't think Reigns is ready at all. And every week I watch him, he's just souring on me more and more. I'm not really all with Roman Reigns right now. I honestly think out of the three members of the Shield, he is the least important right now. He looks the worst out of everybody. Not taking away anything from Ambrose and Rollins, but those guys are absolute monsters. They're going to be legit WWE superstars. Roman Reigns is going to be a superstar. It's just I don't like the progress that he is making. That's my thing. I don't think he's getting any better at all. Meanwhile, the other two, they're getting better every week. So something has to change here with Roman Reigns. He's got the look. He's got the fucking, the physique. You know, the women cheer for him. The kids love him, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's all great. But what happens in the ring is completely different than what goes on outside the ring with that crowd. Okay? You can cheer for him at all. I don't gotta like him. You know? But the WWE should realize that Roman Reigns is not really developing at the pace that I think. You know, they're setting him up for a Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania. This guy's not going to be ready to beat Brock Lesnar. And I said this many times. There's no way you're going to get this guy ready for next WrestleMania for him to beat Brock Lesnar. It's just not happening. So, I would rather Cesaro be pushed, but Roman Reigns right now is their top priority. Until they get him to the spot where they want him to be, then they're going to fall back on Cesaro and develop a new star, and that's the role that's going to be going on for Cesaro there. So, look forward to that. That's all I got on his babyface push. But if I hear anything else, obviously you guys will hear it here on Off the Script. WWE Hall of Famer Jim Ross revealed on Twitter that he is no longer officially under contract with the company after this week, the company meaning WWE. Ross tweeted the following: "Tomorrow is my last legal day with WWE. It was a great 21-year run. Best business decision ever was coming to the WWE in 1993. Grateful to all involved." Jim Ross is the best play-by-play announcer of all time. Nobody will ever replace him. I miss him on the microphone. I still think he was. I still wish he was there. But he's off doing his own thing. If you guys are not, subscribe to him. iTunes, Android store, wherever you guys go to download your shit on Android. The Ross Report on iTunes is what I listen to every day. I listen to him, what's his name? Steve Austin and Chris Jericho. Great fucking shows. The Ross Report's got about 20-something episodes in. This week is Sting, so look forward to that. The Ross Report, if you guys got iTunes, download it there, or Android. I'm sure you could get that on Android as well. The Ross Report. And finally, guys, I reported last week that WWE would be introducing their new WWE logo after SummerSlam. They also ordered all new belts with the logo. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer also confirmed the reports about the big gold belt being retired. Now, when Cena gave Flair the world title belt that was considered to be the symbolic retirement of the belt, that was actually the retirement of that belt when Ric Flair made his Monday Night Raw appearance and John Cena crossed paths with him, gave him the belt. That was supposed to be the retirement of that big gold belt. That belt is most associated with Flair since he dominated the 80s as NWA champion. The current WWE title will be replaced when the new one is introduced. I believe Hulk Hogan actually owns the original NWA big gold belt. It's the one that was spray painted with the NWO logo and is bent on top when he took it with him when he left the company at Bash at the Beach 2000. So that's that, guys. That is WWE Off the Script, part number 3. If you did indeed enjoy this week's show, please show your support, show your love by hitting that like button. Subscribe if you have not done so. If you missed the 2 previous parts 1 and 2, links are down below. Chairshot Reality at WrestleZone.com. Links to their homepage are down below. Go show my man LeBar some love with CSR this weekend. And Monday Night Raw, guys. I will be working on Tuesday. I don't know when the Monday Night Raw review is coming, whether it's that same night or following work, because I got to work Tuesday morning from 9 to 5. So I may do it after work if you guys still interested in hearing my thoughts and opinions on Monday Night Raw. So look forward to that. Either way, you're going to get a video. I just don't know when. And then obviously next week I'll be back with Off the Script, guys. Take care. I will see you soon. Leave a like on your way out the door. Let me know what you think about this Daniel Bryan burglary. And I'll see you guys next week. Take care. I'm JD. I'll talk to you soon.